Hello and welcome to the Much Obliged podcast. We don't have Kieran today because he died. And that's not true. Well, he might be dying on stage up at Edinburgh Festival. But,
no, he said he's been doing reasonably well.
He's been doing reasonably well, has he? Okay, I'm pleased.
First show's tonight.
Is it first show? Okay, so how's he been doing reasonably well if he hasn't performed yet?
Well, there's other spots.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He's just got there okay, and he's not homeless.
He got there on Monday and he earned his first spots yesterday, which seems like a waste of
a few days.
4 days.
He could do fun Scottish things like eat
bagpipes.
Bagpipes.
Yeah.
Eat a battered Mars bar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that from Scotland, is it?
That's from Scotland. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Biggest Scottish exports, of course, being battered Mars bars and heart disease. That's an old cliche,
Nice.
Which we will probably be editing out for racial reasons. Dom, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing what? I'm okay.
Okay.
Because I've got a flatmate now.
Okay.
Woman.
Yeah. I've heard of those.
Yeah. Her name is Ruth.
Okay.
That's her real name because I don't like her.
Fine. As opposed to giving a fake name
to help her identity.
You're gonna
for our 35 listeners.
We're just going to totally reveal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she but we used to be friends.
Yeah.
We used to be friends. And then I moved in with her.
Yeah.
And there's no like sex. We met on Hinge.
Oh, so that's interesting. So you met potentially romantically.
We met on Hinge. I did Beat the Frog.
Yeah.
Didn't win. And I got through and I didn't win. I was really annoyed about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I went around hers, to maybe like
do the same, barely get through 5 minutes.
Yeah. and then we kissed. Oh, I say my penis went in her mouth. That's where it went. And then we just were friends because I went round hers because I went the next day. I think I went on a date with someone.
Yeah.
And it went awfully.
Yeah.
So I went around there to get less depressed about it, which she didn't appreciate.
I mean, that must have been a weird dynamic.
Yeah, it was odd.
Yeah.
But then we just became friends, and then I needed a place. She's like, "I want you to move in with me in my spare room," but the room is minuscule, tiny.
Yeah.
Like so small, and yeah, it's just not good. I just don't think.
Has it got a little washing machine in it and stuff?
Because I have a girlfriend too.
Yeah.
Or so but
since then, I assume.
Well, we were together before I moved in.
Okay.
And she's okay with it.
Okay.
We're just friends.
Yeah.
I just need a place to live.
Fair enough.
And I just don't think men and women living together works. It creates a lot of issues, I think.
No, hang on. I think just to play devil's advocate here, if you just trace back the steps of that story, you met a lady on Hinge, went round angry, had certificate 15 sex, and then
We didn't have sex.
Yeah, all right, fine. But that wouldn't have been a Disney movie, would it? What you did?
No.
And then you were like, all right, well, I have no sexual interest in you, but we could split rent.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have all the ingredients
to a successful household.
of a successful household. So I don't think it's that men and women can't live together. I just think
can't live together.
I just think that's probably one of the worst.
Yeah.
If that was the draft of a movie,
Yeah.
in the script meeting, they'd be like, this makes no sense.
Yeah. That'd be a good movie, actually. But she the main problem is she has cats. And I hate cats.
Okay.
And she doesn't like closing the doors. Like basically the living room she works from home.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
Yeah.
Because she's always there. And she'll work in there and then the living room is there and I want to watch telly or something.
Yeah.
And she won't let me close it. I want to close the door so there's a divide.
Yeah.
But she won't let me because the cats.
Okay.
So we're just constantly in each other's space.
Can't you watch things that would keep the cats out? Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Dog based shows.
Probably
Crufts.
Yeah.
Just rewatch Crufts over and over again.
What's the show called? The dogs?
Crufts?
No, the 1,000
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could watch that.
Well, if you watch that 10 times, that's the 1,000 Dalmatians. Bit of dog maths for you.
Well,
there.
actually 1,010.
I've made a fool of myself. Well, yeah. So I think men and women can live together. I've actually had before I met my lovely partner, I lived in shared houses most of my life, and I've had a great experience with it. I got a lot of great female friends I live with and everything.
Well, when me and my girlfriend stayed together for like a week, it's great. And we obviously stay in the same place. But yeah, I just don't think maybe me and her, my housemate living together, is not a good idea. But she, I want to live somewhere else basically.
Okay.
because it's just not going well.
Is that what this is? Are you advertising for a new place?
Yeah. If anyone's got anything going, and I want to live in a studio. That's what I'd love to live in, but they're expensive.
Okay, well, if you are listening to this podcast, you have a studio flat, do write in.
Yeah. And send the money for the rent as well, please.
Send the money for the rent. You must be living within commutable distance of this studio.
Yeah.
And not have a cat.
Yeah.
And since there are about 35 of you.
Or be a woman.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, it's like a game of Guess Who where there's one guy left, isn't it? I mean,
but like I found a studio. I've been on Spare Rooms.
Yeah.
And I found a studio apartment for £600 a month, all inclusive, which is very good.
That's not bad.
But
where is it though?
Salford.
Okay.
But it's £600 a month. Currently, I'm paying £370.
You're paying $370. That's nothing.
I know.
Yeah.
But but I could get a shared house for like $400.
Yeah, you could. Well, if you go and I can't move to Stoke-on-Trent. It's like playing Monopoly. You could have 3 houses, a little hotel. Well, I'm obviously as an older man. You
have a nice place.
I have a lovely place. Yeah, it's like Downton Abbey. Yeah.
How much is it?
I can't. I mean, this is going to be.
Why can't you just say how much your rent is? I don't see what the problem is.
Okay, great. Clip this, Fergal. This is going to be amazing. Yeah. My mortgage is £500 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
isn't
amazing.
It is amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not interesting for them, but it's amazing.
How much would a spare like a room, like a studio, be
in Stoke?
Yeah.
You probably have to build it. I mean, I don't think there are studios there. But there are literally, the thing about Stoke is that it's a bit like going to somewhere like Egypt or somewhere where it's, there's like whole buildings that are half built and then they just went, fuck it.
Yeah.
And just stopped building them.
Yeah.
There's places that burnt down and people went, that shit's crazy, let's move there.
Yeah.
And then just left them. So there's whole half burnt down, half built buildings everywhere.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not saying you live there, but
I'm not going to.
No, it's super cheap.
Good.
Is my point.
It's also far from where I want to be.
Yes, both career-wise and geographically.
But so I'm looking for a studio. But like she was away last week, which was nice. So my girlfriend came right down, and we were a Sunday night, right? We were in bed, and then the neighbours are awful. Like they always argue so loud, like really abusively, and you can hear it. And she had a party next door at like 12 at midnight, which is illegal, I believe, on a Sunday.
It's illegal.
It is.
Did you go around shaking? This is illegal.
The hours are 11 and 7.
Party
You're allowed to make loud noise.
Is that legal party hours?
They're legal loud noise hours, and this was loud noise.
You should make the most of those loud noise hours.
At an illegal hour.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, so I rang the police.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. And the police don't have the authority to do that anymore, apparently.
To shut down parties?
No.
Yeah.
So I then rang the council, and they said, well, we don't have anyone to send out. So then I just shouted out the window at them, saying, could you shut up, please? And then they said, it's Sunday fun day. And I was like, oh, Jesus. Because the Manc accent is horrible.
That is a good point, though. It is Sunday fun day.
Anyway, but then my flatmate had a go at me for shouting at them because she thought I was being unreasonable, and them having a party is not bad when it is actually against the law. So.
I mean, I would love to have been at that party and be like, guys, there's having a laugh and there's breaking the law. All right? It's midnight. We've done the conga twice now. Not fun. Well, hey, I'm on no one's side of that one. I have tried to shut down a house party before.
Oh.
But you're right, the police there was one going on opposite the road. And
in Stoke?
No, this was back when I lived in Bristol.
Yeah.
And hey, Dom, I love fun as much as the next guy. Whether it be a nice night in with BBC Radio 3 or a lovely game of chess with a loved one. But there's a house party too far for me. Yeah. And I went around there and I said exactly what you said.
What did you say?
This is illegal.
Did you really?
I went, council recognised party hours are 11 till 7. Yeah. You've made fools of yourselves. Shut up. But I didn't open the door, so all this was. But I would have thought you're a big party guy.
No, fuck that.
Are you not?
This is why I don't like people say, you should live I hate the uni experience.
Do you really?
I just want to do comedy.
Can't you? We'll use house parties to test out your material.
What do you mean test out material?
You must have a lot of great observations about subwoofers.
No, don't worry about it. What I was going to say.
No, you just had a small stroke then, didn't you?
Have you ever been to Bristol Motion?
I have actually been to Bristol Motion.
Did you like it?
I liked it, Bristol Motion.
It's good, isn't it?
It's good. It's like a big skate park without skaters.
Yeah.
I think that's what it used to be, is a big skate park.
I think Bristol's the best place for a student that wants to party.
Yeah, I think it is quite expensive though. So if you're talking about...
it's not. I wouldn't say.
It is.
Not compared to like any other major city.
Okay, hands up if you lived in Bristol.
I've lived like an hour from Bristol and used to go there all the time.
Listeners only one of us has our
I used to run a
hand up.
comedy night in Bristol.
Did you?
At Z Alley. You've been there?
I haven't been to Z Alley.
Well,
No.
exactly. Didn't live in Bristol, did you?
Yeah, but all right.
But basically, I think it's a great place for students.
It is a great place. I went to Cardiff, which is a fantastic place for students. Cheap as well. Cardiff's a great city. Lovely accents, of course.
I once took 6 ecstasy pills in Bristol Motion.
I know. That's what. They are. It's all coming together now.
I told you this, didn't I?
You've told me threads of the story.
Yeah.
You told me 6 ecstasy pills. We've now found out the location. That's
I remember I was
true serial storytelling.
there was this. I was hooking up with. Did I tell about the tall girl?
No.
Well, I was that night, and we were like, and then I was leaning on her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you're leaning on me. That's so cute." And I just was leaning on her because I couldn't stand up.
Nice.
And then she took me back. Well, we went back to the hotel, the B&B, and then I was sick on her feet.
Excellent. Now, then you lived together for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's what you do with women. You didn't crack it off with.
We should move in.
You went, "Look, this date isn't for me. Do you want to share a property for 6 months?" Well, talking of exciting places, I just got back from Berlin this week.
I think this is going to be less exciting than what I've just said.
You don't know.
Go on, then.
Very exciting. Right. Well,
so you went to Berlin.
I went to Berlin for a wedding / bit of Nazi history. Obviously, different events. A bit of a strange wedding. Well run, but strange.
Not BMWs.
Exactly. I love your boots. But so here's the thing. So I got on the plane.
Yeah.
Obviously,
the Germans do run things well, don't they?
They do run things.
Because I went to the Wentworth golf event.
Yeah.
The BMW PJ Championship, and it's so well run.
The Germans are lovely people.
Because it's run by BMW.
Well, lovely people now.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
But anyway, so yes, I was on the plane, and I'm scared of flying. I'm not sure if we talked about this before. I'm very, very scared of flying. And I got on the plane, and I said to the air stewardess, I was like, when the flight's airborne, can we use our devices?
Yeah.
Not on flight mode.
Yeah.
And she went, "Oh no, you can't because it interferes with the plane." And I went, "Yeah, is that actually true though, or is that a modern thing?" And she went, "Yeah, no, it is true. If too many people use their devices, the flight deck controls don't work."
Right.
And I was like, "Sorry, what?" And she walked off. I was like, "Well, let's do a check."
Yeah.
Like, that's apparently how planes work. If too many people are on their phones.
Yeah. What's the flight deck? What's that?
All at the cockpit.
Oh, is it? All right.
So I'm saying the guy's trying to land. He's like, "Oh, we can't. 3 people are playing Candy Crush."
But I don't think... Has that ever happened?
Well, I've never been in a plane crash, no.
Yeah.
Well,
I think you're being dramatic.
I think I'm being dramatic and frequently hilarious. But my friend Fran...
I feel like you thought this would be really funny and it's just not.
Excellent. Again,
But it's funny.
I think 2 or 3 improv classes would really help this guy.
Yeah.
My friend...
I've done many improv classes.
Have you now?
Yeah, it's a module at my uni and I hate it.
Do you hate it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's awful.
Fair enough.
Anyway, carry on.
My friend Fran was on a plane. The turbulence was so bad.
Is this Fran a comedian?
No.
Okay. I met one called Fran last night. So I might be the same.
Yeah, there is more than one.
Yeah.
Turbulence so bad that the air stewardesses started crying.
Yeah.
And her mum went, "Well, at least we're all together."
Good.
Like, imagine that.
Yeah.
You're not scared of flying at all then?
No.
No.
Not really.
Doesn't bother you?
Nothing scares me, mate. I watch Saw to go to bed.
Do you?
No, what does scare me is I have a bit of a fear of chickens.
Okay.
So that's the
Physical fear, like they're going to...
Which don't like. They just like cluck at your knees. I never liked them as a kid.
Okay. It's
So-
quite a specific fear.
I know.
Chickens clucking at your knees.
Yeah, but flying is fine.
Well, there we are. I mean, they're very rarely going to
I
overlap.
haven't flown in a long time though.
Have you not?
No,
But you're at a chicken farm bi-weekly. Aren't you?
I eat KFC just to make sure they're dying.
Exactly. Now you know who's boss.
Yeah.
Fair play. Well, I take Valium on planes. I take Valium. It's like...
How's your girlfriend feel about flying?
Well, she's fine with it.
Yeah.
I think
How old is she?
My girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, she's 12. Not true. She's a similar age to me.
Right.
Viewers of the podcast can go back through our previous episodes to find out how old I am. But it's older than Dom.
Significantly.
Significantly, yeah, by generation. There'll be several references he doesn't get that I get. Just make that very clear.
Right, let's move on now.
Let's move on. Same age as me, but she doesn't mind flying. She's all right with it. But when I take Valium, I'm out of action for about 4 hours.
Sleeping medication.
It's like, which is ironic, having video or audio equipment that isn't recording. That's what it feels like taking Valium. As in, like, your brain doesn't form memories.
Mm.
So but you experience stuff in real time, but you're just not forming any memories. It's a very weird experience. So it'd be like this, for example. It'd be like going, oh yeah, I should go and get a coffee. And then you look down and you've got a coffee. But it's like spilling down your leg.
Is it illegal? Is it legal?
Valium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be quite so blasé about
taking illegal substances.
Taking illegal substances. And then, like so hours can go by. You don't remember what's happening.
Wow.
You just get off the plane and people are like, that's him. That's the guy who did the thing. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
That's what Valium's like.
Great.
Yeah. Good. So you're not going to take it then?
No.
No.
I don't need to. I don't mind flying.
Yeah, all right.
If I was going to take anything flying, it would be something that helps me sleep.
Well, why don't you take some Valium next time you go to a chicken farm?
Well, I'm not planning on going to a chicken farm soon.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, it is an easy fear to avoid, isn't it?
Yeah. I haven't been to one for a long time.
Knee-height chickens.
I just don't like them.
Did you have a weird kid experience where like you were kind of...
I don't think so. Yeah. Well, a couple of my friends had farms and they would go and play with the chickens. I never wanted to play with the chickens.
A couple of your friends had farms, did they?
Well, I lived in Somerset, didn't I? So a lot of big rural area.
I didn't know you lived in Somerset. I thought you were from up around here.
No.
Yeah. Which part of Somerset are you from?
Yeovil.
You're from Yeovil?
Yeah.
Oh, I know Yeovil.
That's why I've been to Bristol a lot.
All right. Yeah, I didn't doubt you.
It's close.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeovil, yeah. Do you ever go back and do talks at schools about how successful your podcast is?
I haven't been back. The closest time recently was when I did Liso's thing, was in Tiverton. Yeah. Oh, and I stayed in my mum's house, which is obviously in Yeovil, but I was only there for the night and then left in the morning. And I'm going back, I think, the first week of September for a few days.
Okay.
Post Edinburgh.
Will it be emotional when you get home?
No.
Like, okay, fine.
No.
You'll not be like, I promised myself I'd never be back in Yeovil.
No.
But here I am.
I don't mind Yeovil.
Yeovil's all right. Yeah.
There's just nothing there for me.
Emotionally.
Apart from bad prostitutes. Anyway.
Okay. Well, we're going to skip past that. This is a PG-13. But funny enough, actually, prostitutes does bring me to something I did want to talk to you about today.
In Berlin.
In Berlin. Yeah, exactly. Had several.
Saw a lot of them.
Saw a lot of them. No, but talking of filth, as a doctor, of course, it's very important that I stay up to date with current affairs and events, which is why I like to read Take a Break magazine. Other magazines are available and are all shit.
Maybe we should start a magazine.
We should, shouldn't we? I mean, we can barely run a podcast. Now, have you ever read one of these before, the trash magazines?
No.
Okay. So
I don't think I will after today.
No, well, hey, so for those of you who haven't read these before, it's a very weird mix of kind of real life stories about sort of prostitutes and abuse.
Really?
Mixed with crosswords.
Well, sounds like my kind of
thing. Have a look. Because we've all had that feeling, haven't we, when you're halfway through a crossword and you think, has anyone been abused recently? And then obviously normally that would be 2 magazines, but now got it in one.
So where have you got these from?
Well, they're available all bad news agents.
Yeah, why have you got them?
Well, because I find them hilarious, and they have fantastic agony aunt sections where people write in their real life problems. And I wanted to read some of these to you. All right, well, I needed that, but I want to read some of these to you and see if you would answer things in the same way. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So these are genuine agony aunt questions from the Take a Break thing. And I want to see what
jealous ex burst in to kill the bride and groom.
They've got some great stories. Yeah, that one. Someone hid a lover in my caravan. You're missing out.
Nice.
Missing out. One here was crushed to death by obese babysitter. Tragic accident, or was it murder? You decide. Usually one for the justice system. Not in this case. So these are genuine, right? How do you answer these? So first one.
Oh, wow.
What?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Flips right over.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's doctor money for you.
How much did that cost?
Less than your rent.
Stop not telling me what stuff costs.
All right.
I don't see the issue with it.
I don't know what... Okay,
I don't know why this is a problem. What do you earn? Oh, that's for me to know. Why does it matter? Like, I could find out what you earn by Googling it.
That was so threatening.
No, you said that. I know where your family live.
I could find out what you earn.
But comedians have no worries about telling them the fee of the show.
That's true, because that's how comedians make their money.
Yeah.
I obviously make my money by selling drugs on eBay, so I need to keep that secret. Now, this costs about 500 quid if you want to buy my laptop. Do write in.
I need to pay a month's studio rent.
So, okay, some questions. You ready?
Yeah.
First one. So, when my wife got pregnant, we decided to move in with my mother-in-law. Over time, she and I ended up growing close until one day we slept together when my wife was at work. We've now been secret lovers for years. Is it time for me to come clean to my wife?
Right. Well, how long's it been?
It doesn't say that. Is the verbatim the question?
Well, it's going to
Years.
break her, isn't it?
Imagine just having an affair with someone's mum and living with them.
Do you think my dad's probably quite similar to this? So
Yeah, I mean, if your dad, this would be perfectly appropriate. Just as a quick recap, previously on Dom's dad is dating someone younger than
my girlfriend.
Dom's girlfriend.
Younger than his daughter.
Yeah, that's as in his girlfriend's young. Dom's not dating an 85-year-old lady.
Yeah,
I believe. So yeah, when you think, how would you do that? How would you tell your partner that you're cheating on them with their mum? How would you even begin?
Sorry, I'm not really finding this question very interesting.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. This is going to go great, isn't it? Very good. You get one of those, and you get one of those.
And what if I do two of them?
You get two of those. I'm going to smash you over the head with the Roadmaster. All right, fine. Question, you ready? All right.
I really like doing that.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
You get one.
Good.
So, I overheard a conversation where my best friend's mum admitted she wasn't sure if her husband was my mate's dad.
Because you put so much time into this, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called preparation.
Anyway, carry on. Could start again.
Right, I overheard a conversation where my best friend's mum admitted she wasn't sure if her husband was my mate's dad.
Yeah.
I'm weighed down with this secret. Should I tell my friend?
Repeat the question. Or the statement, sorry.
Okay. I could take a Valium now, couldn't I? Right. I overheard a conversation when my best friend's mum admitted she wasn't sure if her husband was my mate's dad.
Yeah.
I'm weighed down with this secret. Should I tell my friend? So you've overheard a conversation.
Sorry, one more time.
No, fuck you. Right. So basically the concept is...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Concept is you've overheard a conversation. Your mate's mum has said, I don't know if my husband's actually the real dad of your mate.
Mm.
And then you've heard that. So how would you tell, or should you tell the friend? So if I overheard your parents saying that your dad's not your real dad,
I'd be pleased.
You'd be pleased, would you? Okay, well that's easy enough. But how would you approach it? If you heard that about my parents, how would you start that?
Be a podcast episode, wouldn't it?
You'd be like, guys, we've got to do Tuesday night.
Yeah, we've got a special guest.
Oh, have I got a good one for you? You mock me for not preparing. Yeah. You just wait till Tuesday. I always wonder. I wonder.
I don't know if that's would be my responsibility to do though. I don't know if
exactly.
I would do that.
That's the thing. Is it your responsibility to tell them, or
well, it's definitely not?
But then, would you keep that secret for years? Would you carry on doing podcasts with me, knowing that my dad?
Well, this podcast is going to end soon anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah, a few months at best. But I will. I don't know how you'd approach that conversation. I sort of think you'd have to start by going, "Hey, you know how you're the only one in your family who's Chinese? Well, funny story."
Maybe I'd find a way that they'd find out, and I'd assist that. No, I wouldn't. I couldn't give a shit. Actually, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't tell him.
No, it's not my problem, is it?
That's amazing. You'd have no qualms about that at all.
No.
Okay.
Well, it depends what the dad was like. If he's a legend.
Yeah, is that better or worse though? If the dad's a legend,
that's good because then they'd be devastated.
Yes, you wouldn't tell him. Yeah.
Yeah, but then if they hate the dad, you'd be like, it's not your real dad. They'd be like, thank fuck for that.
Maybe. But then you'd have to go on a quest to find your real dad.
Well, they would, not me.
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't know why you'd be involved at that point.
No.
That would be weird.
Unless it was like beneficial for me, then I'd maybe do it.
Yeah, unless the real dad was also your dad.
And the dad was like a big comedy producer, then I'd do it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I overheard that your dad books for the Live at the Apollo gig.
Yeah.
And therefore, let's track him down together. It's important to me. Fair enough. All right. Next
the
question.
Live at the Apollo gig, as if people didn't know that was a gig.
Yeah, it's a gig, guys. Check it out. It's both of our favourite show. All right. This next one. This is the one that made the topic
Would
relevant.
you go on Live at the Apollo if you got asked to?
Yeah, would you?
Tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I assume they give you more notice than that, but yeah.
But you have enough stuff to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, mate, I am hilarious. So I've got a lot of material. How much material you reckon you got now?
25.
Yeah, about the same as me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could do that. I could do Live at the Apollo. I mean, I would lose my job as a doctor, I think, with my material. But,
would you really?
Well, I don't know. I mean, my material's not offensive or anything, but I just think when you get to like the BBC and you're making jokes about being, I can only do this here because
there's not enough following.
There's not enough following.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
So if it gets successful, you'll have to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. We'll have to just go back and have to re-edit them like the old Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just change it all. Fair play. All right, good. So okay, fair enough. That was a good answer. Thank you for that.
Star Wars reference for the virgins watching.
Nice. Good, lovely stuff. Okay. Question. Agony on. I've started working as an escort, but I have no idea how to come clean to my mum. She thinks I'm an office manager.
Why are they putting these in the magazines?
Mate, there's a copy on the floor. Have a read. It's all there. I'm not making these up. These are,
I didn't say you were making them up, but why are they putting it in the magazines?
it's like an Agony Aunt bit. So like people kind of write in,
Yeah.
and then there's some lady called Nelly. I think her name's Nelly. She answers them, and her answers are usually fairly vague.
Interesting.
Not as vague as your answers.
What a sad job.
Nelly, if you're listening, I apologise for Tom.
Maybe we could be the Take a Break podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd have to show more enthusiasm for it. If that would be true. All right.
They can contact us via, we'd get on the local crack den and just say, any questions?
Yeah. Take a break at muchobligedpodcast.com.
See, when you started that, I thought you were going to say something much more funny.
Did you?
Yeah.
There you are. Here we
are. Then you just kind of let us everyone.
We are where we are. There we are. That shows what life can be like.
But you've got a flipping laptop, so not like a flipping, like a flipping
laptop.
Like any audio recorders, it's flipped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's integral.
Yeah.
You guys know that. They're all listening with pricked ears now. So, how would you tell your mum that you're an escort, not an office manager?
It doesn't matter money you're making.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, the mum's fucking shit because no escorts work in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
So what does she think?
That's true. Yeah, I'm just off to the office at 2 a.m.
9 to 5 escort.
Yeah. No, they pick me up for the office work down the alleyway at 3
in the Rover.
In the Rover. Yeah, all my clients are.
You got a different boss every day. Yeah, it's big turnover in the company.
You're working hard. You look tired. Although being an escort, it's not the same as being a prostitute. Obviously, an escort is an interesting concept. It's like a paid girlfriend.
An escort is there's a thing called seeking arrangements. And you can just go for lunch with someone, and they'll pay you like 200 quid.
Yeah.
So maybe actually that could be in the day, because it can be lunch, but there would be a lot of dinners.
Yeah, that's right. Isn't it? To be honest with you, I'd let men take me out for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, if the comedy isn't going well in my year off,
so you'll be letting men take you out for dinner.
I'll be an escort.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the idea with an escort having.
I think it's harder for men to break into the industry.
Do you think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because a woman can just sign up to seeking arrangements.
Yeah, but you're a pretty young guy. I'm sure there's some predatory men in the 50s who would love you.
Once actually, and I needed a name, and I was with 2 people, so I just used their name. I went.
Sorry, you signed up to be an escort?
No, so there's that. I was with my friend that's on seeking arrangements.
Yeah.
And
what is seeking? Sorry, just give me a brief overview.
So seeking arrangements is like a site for escorts where men go on there to find women to go out for lunch with and stuff and pay them.
All right, you were going on to actually find someone to go on a date with, were you?
No, I was going out on there to find someone to take me out and pay me.
Right, okay.
I only signed up to it and then deleted it straight away. I never got very far.
Were you doing it genuinely, or were you doing it as a laugh?
I would let a woman take me out for lunch for 200 quid.
So you tried to be an escort?
Well, I signed up to it and then realised it was a lot more work than I thought, and then I deleted my account immediately. But I was
Did you really? What do you think it was going to involve?
I was with 2 people, and one of their names was. I used both of their first names to form a name.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sanjip, VJ. Yeah.
So, I just thought I'd go on there and someone would say, "Hey, you're lovely, aren't you? Do you want to come for a coffee with me? And I'll give you £500." I'd say, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah. I think you really oversimplified what an escort is.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. Okay. And you didn't get any offers?
Well, I looked at it for 10 seconds, thought, well, this looks a lot more complicated than I thought it would be, and then I deleted it.
Excellent. Excellent work ethic.
Yeah.
I think you do need to, I mean, I'm not sure I want to be an escort. I mean, I think if it's just that, then it's fine. But I think you're right. There is a kind of undertone of if it goes
has
well.
Has a patient ever flirted with you?
Has a patient ever flirted with me? Well, I get a lot of attention from old ladies.
Yeah.
Because I've got a young face in an old man's head.
Yeah.
They absolutely love me. I'm like catnip for old women. They bloody love me. All the time. Yeah. One of them was like, the things I'd do to you if I was 10 years younger. I was like, well, you're 80 now, Doris.
Yeah.
So that's not going to have a threesome with your carer, are we? So, I get a lot of attention off the old. That's definitely my demographic. And
Do they really say that?
They say anything.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, like.
And it's okay because they're old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If it's the other way around, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
If I was like, Doris, if I was 30 years older, that's a weird dynamic.
So she'd probably be dead.
Yeah, that's true. If I was 30 years older,
110.
I'd have your inheritance. Old women is definitely the demographic who fancy me the most.
You've seen an old woman's vagina?
I mean, it's a tough question.
Is it?
But yes, is the answer to that. Yeah,
it must be disgusting.
Well, I mean, yes, I guess in context.
Yeah.
I mean, as a medical professional, I haven't seen it in a cafe.
Yeah.
So.
Like cafe, that is cafes here in Berlin.
Yeah. Cafe. elderly lady.
We didn't really answer that question, though.
Not at all, but it did go on a strange tangent. But okay, so that's fine. You did answer it actually.
Have you only got one more question left?
No, I've got loads.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got 3. But it's fine. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. You do you, mate.
What time is it?
Oh, jeez, it does it every time. We're 30 minutes in.
Yeah, but what time is it?
Well, I don't know. Whatever 30 minutes plus.
It's still saying your laptop. You freak.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's 10 past 1.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, we can do an hour.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna stop.
We'll have a little break in the middle.
Sounds great. Enjoy that on the TikTok. Are you streaming this on TikTok?
Yeah.
Hello, TikTok. Also, they can't hear us, because they're not getting the audio from the thing.
It goes through the phone.
Yeah, but it's shit. They can't hear it.
It's for free. Fuck them.
Casual disregard.
What do they want me to do? None of them. I have 45,000. If they all subscribed to the YouTube, I give them more love, but they don't.
All right.
So fuck them.
All right, TikTok followers, if you want Dom to stop saying fuck you, do subscribe to the podcast. And we'll be asking more questions about escorts.
And also, a load of people have been sharing my TikTok videos on Facebook Reels and not tagging me in.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is it?
So I've been able to comment, they're like, oh, follow my podcast. And they were like, no.
Unbelievable scenes.
I gave him it got 300,000 views. I gave him 1 subscriber.
Is it?
Yeah.
That is a tough ratio to maintain.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? I mean, that's quite 300,000.
I hope Edinburgh goes better than that. 300,000 flyers. 1 person.
Yeah, 2/3 come see his gig. And we got to 38 subscribers on YouTube. It's a tough ratio, my friend. All right. Well, talking of tough things, you'll love this one. This one's relevant to you, actually. My boyfriend and I are both 23 years old and engaged.
I'm 23.
Exactly.
Relating.
Yeah, he catches up fast. My boyfriend and I are both 23 and engaged. I am sick of people. I'm sick.
They're engaged to each other?
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
They just have shared interests. Yeah, they're engaged to each other. I'm sick of people making snide comments about us being too young to settle down. Are we making the right decision?
I think the fact she's submitting this to take a break shows she's making the wrong decision.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Given the other questions that have just been asked.
True. There's it goes escort, not real dad. Are we getting married too young? Commitment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 23. Would you, I mean, obviously I appreciate you got a partner at the moment, to not make it awkward, but would you as a concept get married at 23, or do you think that's just too young, full stop?
No, I think it's, well, she does need a visa. So
perfect. I mean, work on your wedding vows before you do it.
Yeah.
We can have some.
I definitely wouldn't have a, because I don't know how being married isn't really that different to a committed relationship. It's just the paper and the legal stuff.
That's what you thought about escorting.
What do you mean?
You thought it wasn't that big a deal. It's just paperwork.
No, but like, why? Like, marriage is no different to a commit if you like each other.
Yeah,
so different.
Well, I do agree with you that is the, yeah. It's just it's a ceremony around the key thing, which is being in love with someone, in it. But not funny, but profound.
Did you just say in it?
In it, I did. Yeah.
It doesn't suit you.
Does it not suit
Never
me?
say that again.
Never
Please.
say that. Oh,
no.
Okay. Thank you, language master.
I would definitely not have a child. That's what I would definitely.
At 23, you wouldn't have a child.
Maybe they've been together for like 6 years and do what they want.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I always find when football players get married young, for me, that's almost like
so they're loaded.
Well, no, but I think it's because they are too afraid of actual commitment, so they make a gesture and they go, "Let's get married," and then they're always cheating on them with escorts and stuff.
Why are they scared of commitment?
Well, I think because if you're a 23-year-old footballer, you're absolutely loaded. You're probably in good shape. They get a lot of attention. But you ever see this? Footballers always getting engaged at 22, having affairs and breaking up their fiancés.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It is right, mate.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that. It is right. And as a big football fan...
I don't like football at all.
No, I don't. Yeah. I like football, rugby, and then the one with the rackets.
So you do like football?
It's okay, yeah. I mean, I'm good.
You just said I don't, and then you were like, "Oh, I like football, rugby."
Football's all right. I enjoyed the England versus Germany. Notice how I'm not saying any more information than that. That's all we need to know. That the English football team, German football team, we won.
I don't even know what that is.
No, he doesn't even understand the reference.
Was that the Euros?
Yeah, it was.
I swear that was the Italians. They lost to the Italians.
So it was the English female football team. Yeah, how did you miss this? Do you read the news?
No. Not at all.
We won. Well, I would say we. I didn't. I wasn't part of it.
Yeah. Why did you say we?
I don't know. They won.
Yeah.
And I shared.
There's no we, is there?
No, I did barely anything. Yeah. Probably would have distracted from it, to be honest. But anyway, England won the Euros. They are. Just to timestamp this for anybody.
They didn't.
Yes, they. What do you mean? No, they didn't.
This is coming home stuff. It didn't come home.
Yeah, it's home right now.
Separate?
It's at home. What do you mean it's separate?
But there was last year.
Yes.
They lost to the Italians.
No, that's the male football team.
Oh. Okay.
The ladies. I'm going to make that my ringtone. You say like that.
Oh.
That's Anyway, the ladies.
Who
football
follows women's sport though? Really?
Well, now everybody, mate.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2022.
Good.
Next question. No, come on, quickly answer that then. So,
no, I don't think it's too young.
You don't think it's too young?
No.
You get married at 23.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think for them if they've been together for a while. Do it.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree.
Leave
Okay,
them alone.
fair enough.
But to stop submitting to take a break,
Yeah, no,
have some respect.
Have a conversation with your partner. Don't submit it to take a break. I totally agree with you. All right, number 5. Having a rotten time at work.
Rotten.
I know. Shows the age of the person who wrote this, doesn't it? Since getting a promotion, my colleagues have made my life a misery. They're cliquey, don't invite me for lunch, and they are rude. What can
Why do you want to go out for lunch with them if they're rude?
Good point. Very good point. Get an escort. What can I do to get them to respect me?
Stop being a little bitch.
Stop being a little bitch. Says Dr. Tom.
I don't like them, but they don't invite me out. Well, you don't like them.
Yeah,
what
fuck
does it matter?
them. Go and have your own lunch.
Yeah,
I think a new office job is like prison. You knock out the hardest kid on the way in. That's what I did with the podcast, wasn't it? Remember, I came in, knocked out Kieran.
Yeah.
And then
hardest man
in the room. Well, it was between you and Kieran. It was a tough call. But knocked out Kieran. You fainted, and then here I am, regular member.
Well, just quit your job if you don't like it. Jobs are pointless, aren't they? Jobs are bad, I think.
Yeah, I know, but that's because you've got a career path as a comic, so you won't have to do it.
Yeah, most adult lives, you wake up at 6 a.m. sad that you hadn't died the night before, roll over to your partner that you had an argument before, you hate him, you make a cup of tea and there's no milk in date, and you use the off-date milk hoping that that'll make you ill enough that you get a week off work, and then you get in your car, the radio's shit, its car doesn't start, drive to work, your boss hates you hate him, and you get home and just want to put your toaster in the bath. It's just an endless cycle of shit.
To the bride and groom.
And then on the weekends, you get so pissed that you forget about all of that.
Yeah.
That's the German adult life.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent. Well, we're going to lose subscribers now because they're all going to go and kill themselves.
Yeah, good. They should.
Find
something that you like doing.
I don't see life that way, guys. I see life as
you save lives.
I do save lives.
You earn loads of money.
Selflessly. Well, not selflessly. I
do.
And
you don't like being a doctor that much because if you wouldn't be doing comedy.
Well, I just think the world needs less doctors, more comedians. I think we all agree on that.
No, but if you did love being a doctor, you wouldn't do comedy.
That is...
You would much rather be a comic than a doctor, I'd imagine.
Oh, man. He gets to the core of me, doesn't he?
If you could earn the same money...
He's like a young Piers Morgan. I love it.
If you could earn the same money as a doctor you earn as a comic tomorrow, you would...
It's a good point. Genuinely. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I would.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Fuck off.
You don't know me, Dom.
Why not?
Because I do enjoy it. I enjoy it. Like I do it part time. Genuine answer.
Yeah.
I would do 50-50.
Yeah.
But that's so. Because I think if I just did comedy, it's tough.
If it wasn't tough.
Sorry, even if it wasn't tough, no, I would do it with ease because it gives you esteem and stuff self-esteem and that to go and help people out and that.
Yeah.
As you've read. And be a selfless guy and help the world. So I would. It's too intense to do full time for me. But equally, I would never not do it entirely.
Yeah.
But it's a good question, and you're right. But it
wasn't a question.
No,
it was just me telling you.
It was a rare gem of genuine, interesting conversation.
Yeah.
That's my answer. There you go. Not funny at all, but genuinely interesting. All right. Anyway, so
was it interesting?
Well, we'll find out in the edit. So you just say fuck him. I don't want to go to lunch with you. You fucking.
Well, you wouldn't, but worry about it.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Is that what you? Okay, fair enough. Okay, I like it. All right, final question. This is my favourite, I think.
Christ, you haven't prepared much, have you?
If you're listening to the audio, that's me looking disappointed in him. Okay, I used to work in a pub as a student. There were rumours that a female ghost liked to wander around. I never saw her, but I used to feel something pinching my bottom while I worked there. Have you come across this phenomenon before?
I haven't, but I did go to a pub in Somerset that said it was haunted.
Yeah.
Didn't see any
ghosts.
Well, the fucking barmaid looked a bit pale, but I didn't see any.
I like this question because I think that is just the landlord. Yeah. And I think that he's just basically given that excuse.
Do people write in here just to get their question on?
Well, this will make you feel bad, mate. Guess how much money those people got for those questions?
How much?
50 quid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do one a podcast and fund it.
We should, yeah.
We should, 50 quid for that. So
have you ever written in?
I wrote in my stand-up. I'm trying to get a question printed.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find one that's like real enough that they print it, but like.
So you can write in and they might not use it.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're not legally obliged to use it.
Yeah.
But you can get like 30, 50 quid.
I thought you said it was 50.
Well, something like that. I don't work for Take a Break, by the way.
But why have you not got the amount?
All right.
Come on.
All right, it's here. I'll retrospectively edit it on the podcast. Okay, we're back. Momentary break. Dom went to go and check his TikTok because obviously being in his 20s, he has no sense of self-identity without a social media following. What's the feedback?
Well, some guy said this was tragic. So I hope he dies.
Well, I think he meant that the stories in Take a Break are tragic.
No, I don't think he said this podcast is tragic.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what he meant.
Yeah. So what have you been doing this week?
I've been doing... Right, well, I've been in Berlin. If you listen to your own shit-arsing podcast, I've been in Berlin, right? And then I got back. I've done a day or two at work.
What would their days entail?
I'm on respiratory medicines, helping people out with their lungs and that.
Yeah.
I'm telling them not to smoke. Don't smoke, whatever.
Do you smoke?
No.
No.
Yeah, don't.
You ever smoked?
Well, I tried it once. I talked about this last time that did it once to try and impress someone and I got the cigarette the wrong way around.
Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we?
And I lit the wrong end.
Tits.
Yeah.
Quite.
Yeah.
Not good.
Not good.
No.
But no, I never smoked properly. I felt like if I started smoking...
Hypocritical.
Also, it would make smoking uncool for everyone else.
Yeah.
Like a tattoo, isn't it? I thought if I ever got a tattoo...
I've got a tattoo.
Yeah, but what was your tattoo?
It's on my chest. It's a bird.
You got a bird on your chest?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a story behind that? Like they had a deal on or something? Or Right.
There is a story behind it. Basically, I was in Kavos when I was 20.
I feel like that probably is the whole story. But
And I was off to get I went to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Right? And it was called Barry's Lucky Dip. And you dip.
Fucking hell. Are you serious?
Yeah. And you get 3 choices.
For a tattoo?
Yeah.
You did Barry's Lucky
Well, I was
Dip?
pissed, wasn't I? I was in Kavos. Didn't give
my
a shit.
God, Karen.
So Barry's Lucky Dip is €25. The reason I did Barry's Lucky Dip is because the only one I could afford, the cheapest one at the time. So I got the free out, and it was either a swastika, a playing card with a penis on it, or an Irish clover. I wasn't particularly keen on any of them. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But then this Irish girl said to me, "If you get the clover, I'll have sex with you."
Oh,
so I was like, sold. And then I went upstairs to get it, and then she came downstairs and she left. She not only left, she went back to Ireland.
Well, thank God a German girl didn't promise the same.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, the swastika.
Yeah.
No, so that was really. So I got this covered that up. Is what's happened.
So that used to be a
Tiny little clover like this big.
And then you got
5p.
a bird on it.
Yeah.
Excellent. And what lesson have you learned from this whole thing?
Birds cover up clovers.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's the lesson we were going for. I've never got a tattoo. I was worried that if you get knuckle tattoos, you lose a finger. It's gonna be different. Like if you got love and hate and lost a finger, it might say love hat.
Yeah.
This is a very different tone of message.
Why would you get knuckle tattoos though?
I've seen people with them.
Why would you get one?
Why would I get one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd get safety first or something.
I don't think it would suit you at all.
Wouldn't suit me at all, would it? What would I get on my knuckles?
Could you get
love and respect?
F-T-E.
I'd
No, safety first.
I'd get it's 30 for a reason. Something like that. Something nerdy.
Just wouldn't fit.
I tell you what I'd get. Party hours, 11 to 7. It's illegal.
That is true though. Like I wasn't being the dickhead in that situation. I wasn't being unreasonable in that situation.
No, you're right. No, you'd so you look at me and say I'm not cool enough for a tattoo. You're the one shutting down house parties.
Yeah, in a very cool manner.
That was very cool.
I called one of them a bitch.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was a guy or a girl?
Girl.
Okay.
It was all girls.
Oh.
Mancunian girls as well. Just a horrible horrible accent. Pieces of shit. Yeah.
Fair enough. Did you go in, lift up your shirt and be like, girls, the tattooed bird says be quiet?
No, I shouted out the window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Are you going to get any more tattoos?
No.
Okay.
Expensive, aren't they? I was thinking get my ear pierced though.
Oh yeah, okay.
Might do that.
Yeah. How much is that?
What's that?
How much is an ear piercing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I went to the festival. I did the Kendall Calling Festival. That happened.
You did the what?
Did
you do? You right?
Good. Did the Kendall Calling Festival last week.
What's the Kendall Calling Festival?
A festival in Kendall. Like an indie festival.
Yeah, what's the middle word? Calling?
I don't know. It's just the name of the festival.
Okay. Oh, okay, fine. And what did you do there? You got...
Did the comedy.
Yeah.
That's fine. Bit weird doing it in a festival tent.
I can imagine, yeah.
Not that you'll ever do that. Imagine.
Hurtful, but so fair.
Did that, and then when we bought a tent and stuff, the size of a coffin. I'd rather have been in one, to be honest. And then we did that, and then went and watched the Wombats. Did you know Wombats?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
Yeah, they're right.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Went and watched them. They were very good. And they were like, right, let's go to sleep, shall we? Tried to sleep in the tent. It was awful. And because the tent was so small, my feet would pop out the end, and it was raining. So I had soaking wet feet.
Oh, jeez.
So I said to my girlfriend, like, fuck this, let's go. And I couldn't drive, obviously.
Yeah.
So we just slept in the car for a few hours till I sat in them and drove home.
Nice.
But we bought 24 cans of Copperberg.
Yeah. With
big goals that we'd stay there the whole time. I had 2.
Did you?
And we just left the tent and everything there.
Now, every day for the next 3 weeks, Copperberg night.
Yeah.
Like that. I do get the impression that you...
No, that we left the Copperberg there too.
Did you?
So someone's had a good day.
And well, Zach would find that tragic.
Yeah.
Well, talking of...
and also, in the Wombats, I loved them, but they kept telling jokes between their songs.
Were they good jokes?
No.
Were you sitting there with
Imagine
a notepad and pen
between...
Like, yeah, that's true.
Between a joke.
If you had done some old 80s classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair play. I do get the impression that you are like, fuck this quite a lot at quite early doors. So, I mean, your escorting lasted a few minutes, didn't it? That date with that girl, you went, fuck this, let's move in together. So that kind of...
I either really commit to stuff like comedy or just think, oh, no.
Or you think, forget it.
Yeah.
That's great. Is that why if this podcast doesn't go well, you're going to move in with me? Is that what's going to happen?
No.
No, good. Thank God. And what else have you balked at? What else have you just gone, fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore? You told me about the brunches when you're doing the comedy brunches. You did about 15 minutes.
They fired me.
Did they?
Well, they stopped using me because I was no good.
Yeah, well, that is being fired, yeah.
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 Just fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know why I
But
question
with anything I've got fired from, I always quit right before they're going to fire me.
Do you quit in a cool way? Like, you know what? I'm above this.
We're going to fire... No, I quit. I don't want it, mate.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, I've been halfway through a conversation firing you. You're like, no, you didn't. I broke up with you.
I'm also considering what I'm going to eat after this.
Are you? Okay, excellent. Internal monologue there. For the Patreon, you can get here inside.
One of the Thai places in Chester.
Well, we'll find out. Well, in that case, if you want to wind down, let's do a good ending, because we never do a good ending.
Yeah.
We stop these podcasts like someone turning the lights on in a nightclub. And it's just like, look at you, you're all filth, get out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a good ending. Let's wrap up. So what have we learned today? Can
you do this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we've learned that Dom. I think he's had a head injury. We've learned that there's some good stories in Take a Break, some good agony aunt stuff in there.
Escorting's harder than I thought.
Escorting's harder than Dom thought, but he thought it'd be easy.
Yeah.
Swings and roundabouts. And yeah, we've learned that, well, I'm not sure if the fear of flying thing will make it in. So let's not talk about that. Well, either way, whether we've learned something or nothing, we've had a great time. A lot of the TikTok followers have hated it. But that's okay. Hey, man, it's always great to see Chester. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, do like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever, plagiarize, anything you want to do. It's good for us. Get it out there. Anything to add?
Much obliged.
Much obliged, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.